Hello friends, I'm Kim Passable. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. She was chugging along like the little engine that could. There was a clanking, grinding, clanking thing that sort of sounded like the clutch, and then a ceasing to run thing that sounded sort of like engine failure. And the engine's locked up. It was going so well. I disconnected the governor, which overrides the idle speed of the engine. Anyways, there's a little lever and it rides on a mechanism that comes out of the engine. Okay, typically the little lever comes out of that hole, right? And it goes back and forth, and it bolts onto this, it mounts onto this lever that goes back and forth. I was told, no, you can't just take that out. You have to remove it, or else it could fall down in the engine and lock the engine. Well, we're having this thing where the engine goes to there and stops, and then it goes to there and stops. I don't know if it's trashed. Maybe if I take it apart, I can get it out of there. It's hot. I can't work on it right now, but it's definitely a problem with the governor falling apart. And there's a big metal lever banging around in that engine, so I don't know, can I fix it? Or do I need to replace it? Dumb! My own stupid mistake. I guess it's time to split the case apart, see if we can't fish that lever out, and make the engine spin again. Why not? You'll never fail so often as when you start to really try. If you don't learn how to fail gracefully, you'll never be good at anything. On the positive note, the van is going really well. I'm not having any problems with it. It just goes and goes some more. Uses a little bit of oil, but I mean, I'm putting hundreds of miles on it in a clip, and at 70 miles an hour, and passing cars when I want to. It runs in overdrive. I think I'm getting close to 20 miles to the gallon out of this 1999, and by the time I get home, I will be, really dialing in on the 200,000 mile club for this vehicle. Factory engine, maybe I'll show you that sometime. So things are going well. I have a surgical suite prepared for the patient. Some kind of problem with the governor. It fell down in the engine, which is not supposed to be in there. So we're gonna have to break off one side of the engine. I'm not taking the engine out of the bike if I can avoid it to do this. So let's see if we can get it. All right, let's see how long this takes. I should have waited to break it till it was at the track. I could go for the Thrash Awards. Goes over there. That comes off. I think these are all 8mm. Work with me. Trying to do this quick. Little off-road park is abandoned, so no one cares if I work on my bike here. No one even knows. That's why you don't ride alone. If you get hurt or you drop the bike and it's broken, you don't want to have to walk a mile. Ah! Boy, I put that on tight. Goes. Gotta use the adult size wrench. This particular one I've never had open, but this exact model motor I've had open. 6 bolts on the side housing, and then it should just kind of slip open. So I should probably be smart. It's like I'm not even working with myself. It's like there's another person here not listening. Just in case it's more than I think it'll be. Oh, one more bolt. Get it off the guide pins a little bit here. Yeah, there's the oil. Hey, it's like I know what's gonna happen. There we go. Side plate comes off. How much damage did we do? Please don't be too much. Ow. So there's our victim of Kim's bad choices. If you do not have the lever on top of the governor mechanism, it can fall. This is not news. I've been told this. It can fall into the motor and interfere with the crank. Now there's a little bit of scratch in there against the counterbalance part of the crankshaft. So it only rubbed there a couple points, but you could tell by the bend that it hit pretty hard. Everything moves. I don't know if the crankshaft's a little bent. There was a lot of little scuff shinies that came out with the oil. So hopefully it got washed out. Change the oil again real fast. Maybe short hours, put this puppy back together and run it. Send it, right? The worst that can happen is it blow up again. But I don't think, I mean, the piston goes around at, this didn't fall all the way in. It was still lodged in that hole. So there's like a limited amount of things that it could, that was close. That was really, really close. I think this is going to go back together. I think we're going to run this. That took 8 minutes and 15 seconds. But it was the scariest half an hour of my life. Maybe not my life. It's the scariest moment of the whole trip. We're going to lose the shop. We're going to do it. We're going to win No Name Nationals. Yay! That goes in the failure box. I got a whole one of them big bins full of broken crap in the failure box. This one gets tagged. Do not leave your governor unattended. All right, 15 minutes to slap it back together, and then maybe we'll ride it a little bit more. We got another half an hour to ride. And it's getting late in the day. Put some gas in it. It's got oil in it again. Everything's back together. I need to find a plug to put in the top of that motor. I should have put a bolt in while I had it apart. And I don't know if that seal around the crankcase where you take it apart is gonna, I might have to take that apart and permatex it or something like that, because it was like, didn't come apart like good, like you'd want it to. It was kind of piecey. So I don't know if it's gonna seal or not. It might be good enough. So we're gonna start it. You might say, Kim, don't ride it anymore. Just take it to the No Name National. No. That ain't what we're about, hun. This has to run. If it's not going to run right, if I can't go up and down the trail with it a couple times without something breaking, then it's not good for the track. Like, no, it should be able to do regular stuff. If it's not ready for regular stuff, then it's not ready to rip down the track. A lot of you are just finishing putting your stuff together last minute thrashing. Like, you got to do a little bit. You got to test it and tune it and, tune it up. And make sure you work out those things. Don't do dumb stuff like ignore when people tell you, do not remove the governor without taking that part out. Like, when they tell you that, like, do that, because otherwise bad things happen, and other people have gone through it. I think, the oil had a lot of little metal flaky things in it, but I opened up the crankcase, so it's all cleaned out nice. This will be the third oil change it's had. It had, and it's coming, now it's got good oil in it, which is great because it should build real good compression. And we're going to see if we can get some revs out of it, because before it really wasn't working right. And I think obviously it was rubbing. There doesn't appear to be any, I didn't take it all apart, but there doesn't appear to be any other internal damage. So let's see what it does. It goes, but it ain't a dirt bike. It doesn't have enough power in the low end, like getting going. It can't carry me up a hill. Now, granted, I am overweight by 30 pounds or 20 pounds over the weight limit that's recommended for this bike. The nice thing about this is it's a tiny frame and you could fit the larger motor and jack shaft into this frame, which is a little bit precarious. I think that that a front brake is a good addition to this bike. I'm leaking oil and fuel everywhere right now. Still got a couple of little loose ends, and there's definitely either a timing or carburetor adjustment that needs looked after badly. But we're out of time. Just get it back in the van and get on the road. It looks like this motor is going to run. It's got good pop to it. It just has something funny with the acceleration. I don't think there's any internal damage. Let's just take our chances, I think. Thanks for watching. There's going to be a ton of content. I don't know what all I'm going to get. I'm not going to promise stuff that I won't get out. But I'm definitely, in the evening when I'm not driving, I'm just going to pull out some video and see what I can send you that's interesting to you. I hope your projects are going well. I'm going to be at Sykeston tomorrow, so I will see you there, or I'll see you here on YouTube. You can watch my progress. I'm going to be, when I'm not racing, I'm going to be documenting and sharing good times with as many other people as possible at the track. So tune in. There's going to be live streams and all kinds of shorts and other interesting things coming from the No Name Nationals. So you could search hashtag No Name Nationals and get all kinds of updates, find live streams and other really interesting content creators building machines of all kinds to race and exhibit at the event. And if you can't be there, it's the next best thing. Maybe better because you can enjoy it from your couch. You don't have to use a porta-john. Who's really winning here? Our hard labor is your entertainment. Thanks for watching.